caught your attention this weekend, the watch frenzy, which by the way isn't just a frenzy here. They actually shut stores in London because of this exact reason. So people were queuing for hours for the Omega Swatch collab, and people are now reselling the watches that they purchased for 950 dirham for 20k. So this was a story that caught your attention in Dubai this weekend. A classic Dubai story in which literally hundreds of people queued up for the release of a watch, but now we know why. And I think the reason is this fancy watch, people are reselling it for a lot of dollar. So the huge queues were across the Dubai Mall and Mall of the Emirates on Saturday morning. They were waiting for the release of an Omega and Swatch collab called the Moon Swatch.
And
that was on sale for 950 dirham.
but the crazy part is, imagine how much it resold for. People who actually managed to purchase the watch have the chance to sell these limited edition watches for the price of 20,000 dirhams. 20,000!
So actually, if you go on to Dubiza right now, not all of them, but there are some for between 7 and 15 and 20k. And actually, we said extremely limited edition. Swatch, actually, I realized, have made a statement about the fact that they're actually they're not limited.
No way.
But there's still loads of queues.
I'm shocked, sorry. Shoppers on the day were given tokens, which were soon abandoned as the crowd surged. Shoppers were also told they could buy one Moon Swatch, which is a collab between Omega and Swatch, which saw the Swatch store in London close after 30 minutes because of the crowds.
Yeah, so people are obsessed with this watch.
Well, why do you think it is? Because, like, there's Omega and then there's Swatch. So it's two different price brackets. Yeah, exactly. There's that.
Is it because I don't know much about watches? Are Omega, like, the likelihood to get an Omega for 950 is unlikely? So maybe it's like you're owning an Omega timepiece for 950. Or why do you think?
That's actually true, because it's relatively cheaper for Omega's prices. But my point is, it's like when Crocs and Balenciaga had a collaboration. It's too, like, you wouldn't think it would happen.
It's all of these collabs, and I don't love them, to be honest. It's like the collaboration post on Instagram that people use to like up your followers.
Yeah.
So like one was always going to get more followers, but like, how on brand is it?
That's the thing, it's off-brand for both of them, Swatch and Omega. Like, I don't know, it's just...
So Shahir does not agree, but the statement from Swatch UAE said the launch of the bioceramic Moon Swatch collection is an incredible success that exceeded all expectations. They also want to remind you that the watches will be available in more Swatch stores in the coming weeks, as it is not limited edition. But I think basically people are getting... we will revert back to 2 watches per person. So you can only buy 1, but soon they'll be able to go back to 2. I think it's probably the initial hype and frenzy that has led to these inflated prices. But yeah, it's just interesting. Like, they literally closed the Swatch store in London. There was queues outside the door. And then we saw it here in Dubai in 2 malls this weekend.
I wouldn't be happy if I knew that I bought the watches and then thinking it's a limited edition watch, and then fast forward to 2 weeks and everyone else can get it. Not everyone, but...
Well, I think maybe people just saw that it was a, maybe not limited edition, but it's like when the new iPhone comes. Like, it's not limited edition, but that doesn't mean everyone's going to have it.
Good point.
Not that I'm going to be queuing for any of those things. I hate queuing. I hate it.
I'm not that person. There's no way ever you can convince me to queue for anything. Like... I'd rather wait.
I think we could come up with some things that Shahir would queue for. Let's move on.